Never stop at isolated rest areas anymore. Not because of ghost stories or urban legends, because 7 years ago I stopped at one that wasn't supposed to exist. If I had driven another 30 seconds, I probably wouldn't be telling this story. It happened in late October. I was driving from Colorado to Missouri after visiting my older brother. The GPS estimated another 6 hours before I'd get home, but I'd already been behind the wheel for almost 10. My eyes burned, my coffee was cold, and every mile of empty highway looked exactly the same. Around 1:40 in the morning, the fuel gauge dipped below a quarter tank. There were no towns, no gas stations, nothing except black forest stretching endlessly beside the interstate. Then I saw a weathered green highway sign, Rest Area 1 MILE. I don't remember seeing that rest stop on my GPS. I figured it had to be old. Still, I needed the bathroom, and I wanted to splash some cold water on my face. The exit curved away from the highway through thick pine trees. Something immediately felt wrong. There weren't any lights. Most interstate rest areas stay illuminated all night. This one was almost completely dark. Only one flickering sodium lamp buzzed above the parking lot. The place looked abandoned. There were maybe 15 parking spaces. Only 3 vehicles sat there: a rusted pickup truck, a faded white RV, and a black SUV parked sideways across 2 spaces. No license plates. I told myself not to be paranoid. People stop in strange places all the time. I grabbed my flashlight from the glove box and walked toward the restroom building. The silence was unbelievable. No insects, no wind, no traffic noise. Even though the interstate should have been less than 200 yards away, it was as if the forest swallowed every sound. The restroom building looked decades old. Concrete walls stained with moss, graffiti everywhere. One fluorescent light flickered inside. The men's restroom smelled damp, almost moldy. Only one sink worked. While washing my hands, I heard another faucet turn on. I looked into the mirror. Nobody stood behind me. The sound continued. Drip, splash, drip. Then it stopped. I quickly left. Outside, the parking lot somehow looked darker than before. The pickup truck was gone. I never heard it start. Never heard it drive away. Only the RV and black SUV remained. That's when I noticed someone standing beside the SUV, a tall man, far too still. He wasn't looking at the vehicle. He was looking directly at me. I couldn't make out his face because the parking lot light kept flickering. Every few seconds he disappeared into darkness, then reappeared. Same position, not moving, not blinking, just watching. I nodded politely before walking toward my car. He didn't respond. When I unlocked my driver's door, I heard footsteps behind me. Slow, crunch, crunch, crunch. I turned. Nobody. The parking lot was empty again. The SUV sat alone. The man had vanished. I got inside, locked the doors, and started the engine. Nothing. The engine clicked once, then died. My battery had been perfectly fine. I tried again. Click, silence. The headlights dimmed, then completely shut off. The dashboard went black. Every electrical system died instantly. That's impossible unless the battery disconnects. I stepped back outside to check under the hood. The moment I opened it, every light in the parking lot went out. Complete darkness. My flashlight suddenly refused to turn on. Behind me, footsteps. Much closer now. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Not running, walking deliberately. I whispered, "Hello?" No answer, only breathing. Someone was breathing just beyond the darkness. Then another set of footsteps joined the first. Then another. 3 people, maybe 4, circling. I slammed the hood shut and climbed back inside the car. My phone showed no service. Then something tapped on my driver's window. 1 tap, 2 taps, 3 taps. I forced myself to look. Nobody. Another tap, this time on the passenger window. Then the rear window. Like someone walked around the vehicle. Tap, tap, tap. I switched on the interior light. Nothing happened. The battery was completely dead. Then a voice whispered beside my ear, "You shouldn't have stopped." It wasn't inside the car. It came through the slightly open driver's window. I froze. I slowly turned. Standing inches away was the same tall man, except now I could finally see his face. There wasn't one, only smooth pale skin where his eyes, nose, and mouth should have been. Then he smiled, or at least something beneath that blank skin stretched outward like a smile, trying to push through. I screamed and threw the car into neutral. The parking lot sloped downhill. The vehicle began rolling backward. As soon as it moved, the engine suddenly came back to life. Headlights exploded on. The radio blasted static, and every figure surrounding the car vanished. I didn't stop. I sped back toward the interstate. When I reached the highway, I looked in my rearview mirror. There was no exit, only trees, no road, no rest stop, nothing. At first I assumed I'd taken the wrong road. The next morning I searched maps online. Nothing. I contacted the state's transportation department. They told me no interstate rest area had ever existed at that mile marker. Years later, curiosity got the better of me. I drove back during daylight. The mile marker was still there, but where the exit should have been, there was only a steep hill covered in dense forest. No pavement, no entrance, nothing. Local residents told me dozens of drivers have disappeared along that stretch of highway since the 1970s. Most were last seen stopping for gas or pulling into a rest area that officially never existed. I still drive long distances,